This is Paul Svita of Windows Phone Central, here with a video review of The Amazing Spider-Man for Windows Phone 8. This is an Xbox Live game from Gameloft. It does not run on Windows Phone 7. The Amazing Spider-Man is based on the movie of the same name that came out in 2012. It's a movie I really enjoyed, but I don't think you have to care about the movie so much as you enjoy the character. Here I am wearing the human spider costume. That's his wrestling type costume, I guess. So web swinging in this game, it's a pretty effortless process. You just tap the jump button over and over as you swing around. Sometimes the webs fail you, which apparently depends on the presence of nearby buildings. But for the most part, it's enjoyable. You can just swing wherever you want to go. Every now and then you might have to do some precision swinging and jumping to get a collectible, and then it gets a little frustrating because moving to like one exact little spot is actually pretty tough, but just swinging in a certain direction is not so bad. And being that this is Spider-Man, touching a surface causes you to stick to it, and then you can just climb around. You can see there's some building reflections. Those look nice. However, the fact that your character doesn't get reflected kind of reduces that impressiveness somewhat. But still, for a phone game, it's a good effect. Now, you can also unlock the black suit. It costs a lot of spiders, so you probably wouldn't be able to unlock it until the very end of the game. Oops. Don't have enough money for that. I can unequip the suit I'm wearing. Each one has little benefits, but then there's just the regular suit, which looks a lot nicer than the human spider suit, obviously. The frame rate is a little bit low in this game. It's sub 30 frames per second. This really annoys some players. I personally don't mind it so much because I understand there's a lot going on in a game like this. It's taxing to a little device. If you played the Grand Theft Auto games on the PlayStation 2, those weren't exactly super smooth either. You sacrifice a little smoothness to have so much going on because, you know, this is an open world game. You can go wherever you want. There's a lot of objects and details in there. We're going to look for a random crime to stop. There's one. So I push that button, it causes him to web on over to them. Really cool effect. Then basically you just pound on them, you just mash on the attack button. There's not much in the way of actual combos, you know, like alternating between two different kinds of attacks. For better or worse. In my opinion, on a phone game you don't really need that, but I'm not saying it wouldn't be nice. There is a dodge button. Just did it. So that adds a little bit of depth. And you can do this webbing move while you're fighting. Looks pretty smooth. Spider-Man's life up here. The game has an addictive leveling system. I'm on level 33 right now. Every time, once you gain enough experience, you'll level up, and then you can put points into these different skills. I highly recommend putting them all into gaining XP and spiders first, because that will save you a lot of grinding down the line. But this is a very buggy game. Gameloft on Windows Phone has a reputation for releasing buggy software and either patching it or not patching it to fix those bugs. This one, unfortunately, epitomizes that bugginess. Besides, I've heard tales of people getting to the final boss and losing their save progress, which would be horrible because this is a long game and there's so much grinding to it. Besides that, there's at least one broken achievement. So hopefully that will get itself fixed. This game has story missions to do in addition to the random missions, and then you have these challenges. You always have three different kinds of challenges. There's one based on mobility, one based on fighting enemies, and one on completing missions. And you can just spend like hours trying to complete all these challenges. You'll need to complete them all for an achievement, and believe me, that's going to take forever. But that's okay. At least it gives you more to do. I mean, like I said, this is an expensive game, but at least there is a lot of gameplay to it. Let's just hope that we can get the achievement issue fixed, and definitely the save file loss issue. So, if you're a Spider-Man fan and you can put up with, you know, a little bit of wonkiness here and there, it's definitely worth a buy. Just be prepared for those rough edges. Thanks for watching. Read the full review at WPCentral.com.